out. We get to chat with you on another game day, my friend.
It is very lucky for you guys, isn't it?
First question, do you think, because I haven't seen anything on Twitter yet, Stoffel sometimes release the lines. Do you think they're going to stick with that McDavid-Draisaitl line?
Yeah, I think probably for a minute. I think that Dave Tippett probably wouldn't have gone back to it again tonight if the Ennis, Nugent Hopkins, Puljujärvi line looked poor the other day, but they didn't. That second line looked okay as well. They didn't score, but they were producing chances. They were in the offensive zone. They were getting things done. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Connor and Leon together again tonight, but I don't think that's a long-term solution. The team's better when they're split up and you can have two lines going, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to see McDavid and Draisaitl. I'll admit I'm one of them.
That's fun, yeah.
Well, there were shifts last game where it literally looked like those two were going to make the kids from Ottawa poo themselves. So they're fun to watch. I just don't know if it's for the best for the team to have them on the same line all the time, but when they are, it's great.
The pool party line. I am such a fan of that kid. He's turned a major corner this year. I know we've touched on this, but watching him play the other night, I was just like, this kid looks like he's having fun.
That's the thing that I like about him, too, is when he scores a goal, I don't know if there's a happier person on earth than Jesse Puljujärvi. So it's just really interesting to see him come in, have some success, play with some skilled guys, be put in a spot to succeed by the organization that looked like a previous regime had turned its back on him. So to be honest, if you had told me it would play out like this when he left to go back to Finland, I would have never believed you.
The rumors are starting to turn now, and couple on the Oiler Nation website: Eric Stahl or Jake DeBrusk. Who are you taking?
Well, here's the thing.
Who are we getting?
Here's the reality of those two. The Jake DeBrusk one, I'll start with that because everybody wants to talk about Jake DeBrusk coming back to Edmonton because the Bruins scratched him last night. He's had a horrible season in Boston. He's only got one goal and now in 17 games. By Jake DeBrusk standards, that's horrible. So it makes sense why people would put him in
contract year too, isn't it?
I think he's still got a year after this.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Plus, he's a restricted free agent, so there's some time there. I don't understand why Boston would sell so low on him. He's 2 years removed from a 27-goal season. This is a very good player. I can't imagine Boston selling him low. But then again, the Oilers have made a routine of doing that to players, so maybe other teams do it too. I don't know.
Maybe they'll get lucky.
Maybe. The universe should let us get lucky at some point.
I like that DeBrusk conversation.
Eric Stahl, that one fits. That one fits. If they could actually make it work, he would be a really nice third-line center for the Oilers. Now, I have no idea what the ask would be or anything like that, but he would look really nice behind Connor and Leon. However, this is rumor season. Plus, there's a 2-week quarantine period that gets mixed in now on trades to the U.S., so who knows what's going to happen.
They even make coaches sit out, eh?
Yeah, old Daryl wasn't allowed to get back behind the bench. So, yeah, it's weird to see it. So, who knows? Frankly, if the Oilers are going to pull a trade like a Stahl thing, the sooner the better because you're not going to have them in your lineup for 2 weeks.
It's interesting that we're having that conversation because it does throw a real serious wrench into the whole trade deadline when all this stuff is hanging over your heads, right? There's probably a lot of conversation happening behind the scenes right now.
What's the deadline? The 12th of April?
That's right,
yeah. So, it'll be coming up pretty soon where
for sure.
You want this guy in the lineup.
These next 2 weeks, we're probably going to get some pretty big news, right? Okay, prediction time. What team in the Canadian division is going to be the biggest disappointment this year to fans?
Well, first of all, Flames fans should be disappointed they cheer for the Flames in the first place. The real answer, though, is the Flames have been disappointing. I honestly, looking at the team on paper, I thought they would be better. But I think the team that'll be the most disappointed, or the fan base that'll be the most disappointed, is the Vancouver Canucks.
I was going to say Vancouver.
They thought that team was going to turn a corner after making the playoffs in the bubble. They thought everything was going right. Then they lost some major pieces, didn't replace them, and now everything is going.
I chose them to finish third in the division. I did a little big gambling and.
I think I probably did somewhere around there too. Like they've been shockingly bad. It makes me happy because they're horrible, horrible team. So
I'll pick the Leafs. I think they're just going to go tumbling down from the top now.
Well, you know what? The Leafs, they are always, every single year, the regular season champions before the season has even ended. So that would be very on brand as well.
All right, Baggedmilk. Thank you for your time. We got Oilers and Sens tonight. Puck drops at 6 o'clock. Have a good day, brother.
Oilers, thanks.